Welcome back to Tulsa Community College Diversity Dialogue. I'm Rebecca Marks, and Kevin Coval, you just saw the man. Yes, that was awesome.
Thank you.
You know, I think I want to start writing poetry, but like this young man right here that you've taken under your wings, Nate Marshall, since the age of what?
13.
13. Wow. Nate is the star of the award-winning documentary Louder Than a Bomb, and he has been featured on HBO's Brave New Voices. He's from the south side of Chicago and is a junior at Vanderbilt University. Welcome, Nate.
Thank you.
Okay, I want you to spit out some things too later on.
Okay.
Okay?
Not a problem.
Now, you know, we were talking about the festival. Tell me, when we talk about the festival, how does it differ from drama and speech and drama? You know, I was talking to Nate about that earlier. How does it differ?
You know, the students are writing their own original poems, and so it really, all of it is from them, and they stand up and perform things that they care about or things that they find troubling or hilarious, or, you know, all of the whole spectrum of human experience of what it's like to be a young person in this moment, you'll hear on a Louder Than a Bomb stage.
Now, Nate, what inspires you to write?
I mean, I think really for me, it's very much the narrative. It's about telling stories. It's about where I come from, where I'm going, the places I occupy, and the people I know. That's really where I draw a lot of my inspiration.
Now, Kevin, you've been involved in hip-hop. So this hip-hop genre, it runs through the spoken word, and I see that as the young people perform. Is that a way of relating and getting what they're going through out? Because some of the stories, it's what they're going through, like you were saying, what they're going through, and they set it to music. Can they set it to music?
Well, not at Louder Than a Bomb. I mean, we get a lot of rap. I mean, Nate raps and is a poet,
yes.
and so I think that there's a natural blending between these two. I think one of the great things about hip hop, and I think it's one of the reasons why the spoken word scene is so diverse, is that hip hop is an incredibly radically diverse cultural space. So, you know, in hip hop you could do.
But so is spoken word.
So,
well,
what
I've heard so far,
yeah, exactly.
Nate went from one voice to another, and you with, you know, it's off the cuff. It really is.
Well, I think the students are saying things that matter, and I think that's.
Whereas the hip hop, it's kind of like.
Well, hip hop does too. I think hip hop. You know, some of the hip hop we see on the radio or on television today has been commodified. It's run by, you know, corporations who are disconnected from the young people that are really making it. And I think spoken word in some ways is because there's no, you know, big dollars behind poetry, as there has never been, and I could attest to that as a poet. There's no big, although it'd be great, you know, if anyone wants to.
The hip hop dollars, they don't.
They don't translate. Yeah, it doesn't cross over.
I think that that kind of lack of financial keeps it truer. I think that's really what happens.
Yeah. Has Louder Than a Bomb, has it changed your life?
Oh, very much so. Very much so. I think Louder Than a Bomb in a lot of ways kept me engaged in school when I wasn't necessarily in a place to be engaged. And aside from that, it's afforded me a ton of opportunities and just given me stages and taught me that my voice was important.
Now, Kevin, you obviously enjoy working with young people.
They're okay. Yeah.
You enjoy
time to time, you know.
Was the mission to really touch their lives that they could do better?
You know, I was young. I was young when I started teaching and when I started Louder Than a Bomb, and now I'm grown. And I think part of what I wanted to do was create a community of writers in Chicago who are invested in this kind of art. And so, I mean, I've known Nate now going on probably 8, 9 years. And I mean, I think what's been brilliant about Nate and some other writers is that you get out what you put in. And you know, Nate has dedicated himself to the craft of being a storyteller. And it's been amazing to watch his development from being kind of an annoying 13-year-old kid to becoming, you know, honestly, like one of, I think, the premier writers of this generation. And so to see that trajectory for Nate, and there are others like him, and or to see a kid who might not become a professional writer, just find a sense of value in what it is they're saying, and to be validated then by peers and teachers and community members and sometimes students who look nothing like them. You know, bringing together young people who perhaps would not have the opportunity to meet unless it was for a space like Louder Than a Bomb.
Now, why did you decide to bring Louder Than a Bomb to Tulsa? Expansion. You know, you guys are in Tulsa. I mean, hey, you could have picked DC, Dallas, you know, Houston. Why Tulsa?
Well, you know, I think Tulsa, from what we're learning, there's a lot of resemblance between Chicago and Tulsa. You know, it has a history of, I think, racial terror and violence. It has a continued maintenance of racial segregation. There are jobs that were once here that are no longer here. You have schools closing in this moment, and I think that the issues of this city they're akin to what we're going through in Chicago. And so I think a forum like this is an important place to air out some of those concerns and also some of the hopes and dreams for what could be. You know, I tell young writers often that the world as we know it has certainly been imagined. And so now it's on the artist to imagine the world that will be. And so I think sometimes you'll hear better plans for public education, for how people can come together, for, you know, community development on the stage out of the mouths of young poets than you will out of, you know, the mouths of older politicians. Right. And so, you know, so the imagination becomes a central tool in thinking about how a city can be organized and reorganized.
Wow. What's in your future, Nate? What's ahead for Nate? We were talking briefly last night about, hey, maybe going on stage, you know, writing a play, musical, okay?
Yeah. So right now I'm finishing school, so I'll be done with that next year. And after that, looking towards working with youth, getting a master's, working in universities, nonprofit organizations. So yeah, and continuing writing, working on my first manuscript now. So that's always an ongoing process.
Now, the Louder Than a Bomb documentary, Kevin, explain to us a little bit about what it's about. It's about the festival, but it also takes you through
the lives of, four different students in the festival. Nate is one of them, and it follows three others from the first day of school through the festival of Louder Than a Bomb. And so you get to learn about the festival, and you get to learn about Chicago, and you get a really you know, a really honest portrait of the lives of the participants. And yeah, I mean, I'm honored, of course, that Tulsa has chosen to show it and to also start up a festival. I mean, this is
awesome.
When we started 11 years ago, this is not what we imagined, and now the possibility to work in other cities and Tulsa being the first, it's an honor.
Yeah. What are the growth plans?
I think we have a really unique model for both community organizing and also school classroom pedagogy. And the work really starts in the classroom. And so the workshop experience of teaching writing in a new way, and really teaching in a new way, of having a student-centered classroom where we value the knowledge and the information that they already bring with them, and we use that as a way to engage them in their own education process. I think the thing that we found through Louder Than a Bomb, through spoken word, through hip-hop, is that young people, of course, are experts on their own lives, and their lives are a testament to the historical process that precedes them. And so we need to use their own lives as a source to excavate that history, but we need to start with what they already know. So, you know, we say, like, when we come in, day one, we do a Where I'm From exercise, which is just really allowing them to paint the portrait of what they see every day. And from there, the education process begins.
That's awesome. Now, would you please grace us, Nate, with a performance?
Yeah, I think I can do that.
Can you do that? Can you do that?
Yeah.
We'll be back with Nate, and he's going to perform.
I'll do a short piece.
A short piece. It could be long, because we want to see you spit it out too.
All right.
We'll be back with more of Louder Than a Bomb on Tulsa Community College Diversity Dialogue. Don't go away.
See this shy kid kicks crack rap tracks back. On they backs flat, my pen axe is a gat that is clapped like hands when on mics. I am something like Titans from that city that I am in, but it's not home. That casa is rasa with pasta and possibly soul food and salsa. And mobsters, no pop stars, but popular poppers who pop guns at imposter parks in the playground. We stay down The laws we might break down. We raised on them gray grounds where my people play now, but soon they will break ground on plush new apartments for rich folks to stay round. I say nouns but live verbs and spit words, cause this nerd will be more than one who just plays ball and hits herb or breaks laws and gets heard in courts where they hate me. Cause I'd rather get curbed than have them degrade me and put me in a box, never rookie when I rock. Yeah, I took that other road, cut a cookie that I am not playing hooky to the hot on a roll at what is real. I don't know what sells a record, I just know that what I feel is that cocaine kills communities and crime just causes grief. But I understand conditions lead some men into the streets, so I learned to hate the sin, while the sinner is my friend, cause we started off the same but got different in the end. Cause I got the better books, better schools, and better grades, and they got the revenue, better jewels, and better blades. And though I was never paid, I kept at it on my hustle in them school books, while them other cats worked out on their muscles. I just worked out how to buckle down through academic struggles, so I can change conditions under which these misters cuff you, cause I love you. To every black man in urban poverty who probably do not believe he'll make it out this trauma, see, cause the psychological barriers plus the economically uneven way the property's distributed has got to be an obstacle we got to beat, and I believe it's coming soon. This is our time, my people, and I'm the one you're running to.
That's Louder Than a Bomb, and that's Nate Marshall. Nate, oh wow, okay, one of your mentees.
Yeah, but he's now his own grown.
He's in his own zone. He's
man,
in his own zone.
Grown-ish.
Wow.
Yeah, he does his thing.
The Louder Than the Bomb Festival it's what Tulsa needs. And we're so excited that you all have come to Tulsa and you're going to plant the seed of making a difference in the young people's life. Yeah. Thank you, Kevin Coval, Nate Marshall. Thank you. And would you come back?
Please.
Of course.
Yeah, please.
Okay,
And thank you for having us.
I love Tulsa.
Yeah.
You'd love it. And bring some of the students, some more of the students, some of the young ones
That's
back.
what's up. That's
okay?
a good idea. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me for Tulsa Community College Diversity Dialogue. Bye now.